സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം. സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Okay. We'll start. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parambaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Padarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kridau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Om Parthaya Pradibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gradhitam Puranamunina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandatami Bhagavad Gite Tveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullaravindayada Patranetra Yena Tvaya Bharata Tailapurnaha Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totravetraikaparnaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Geetamrtaduhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsas Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Geetamrtam Mahat Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Bhishmadronatata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilopala Shalyagrahapati Kripena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Magara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Kalu Pandavai Rananadi कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थखण्डोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधना बोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Good morning and namaskaram to all. Is the audio clear? Can somebody see? Okay, yeah, very good. Okay, we'll start. We have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and we are in the 6th chapter. We covered up to the 9th verse. Up to 9th verse we covered Dhyana Yogam, and we will continue from the 10th verse. So the state of Turiya or Sarvatra Samadarshanam, Sarvatra Samadarshanam, one has to practice this dhyanam, one has to practice this meditation. Ekanda dhyanam is very much necessary and it is a mandatory. It is important that everyone must practice this meditation in the morning and in the evening or before going to bed or sometimes in the afternoon, right? In a community, Brahmin community, they generally do. Not only in Brahmin community, there are many other where they do Sandhya Vandana. So the Sandhya Vandanam is performed 3 times: morning, afternoon, and in the evening. And so this is nothing but meditation only. It is all meditation. It's Ekanta Dhyanam. Next 5 verses, next 5 verses from 10 onwards, from the 10th onwards, Bhagavan gives about the meditation, how to practice this Ekanta Dhyanam, how to practice this meditation. So we'll continue from the 10th verse. Dhyana Yogam, 10th verse. Yogi yunjita satatam atmanam rahasi sthitaha ekaki yata chittatma nirasira parigraha. One more time. Yogi yunjita satatam atmanam rahasi sthitaha ekaki yata chittatma nirasira parigraha. Yeah. The yogi, he should constantly keep his mind, keep his mind steady, living in solitude, having subdued his body and mind, and devoid of desires and possessions. We'll see. Yogi. Here, yogi is not someone who has realized. Here, yogi means one who is a sadhaka, right? Only who is a sadhaka, he only needs meditation, etc. Already, arudha, who is in the arudha, yogarudha sthiti, he need not do any sadhana, etc. Only who is arirukshu, who wants to reach to the stage of arudha, he only need to do the meditation, etc. So this practice or this sadhana is given to those who are in the path of spirituality, who wants to be God realized or self realized, or who wants to be an enlightened person, right? So this is applicable. Here yogi means a sadhaka who want to experience atmanubhavam, who wants to experience this atmanubhavam, equanimity of the mind, right? Who wants to have this samadarshanam. He then what does he need to have? Aparigraha. Aparigraha means one meaning is one who is does not have any possessions or hoarding. Too much of hoarding not should not have. That is one who expects something from others as a gift, danam, etc. Right? And one who is not receiving anything from others. That is aparigraha. And nirashi, one who does not ask or want anything, who does not want anything or does not ask anything, even from God. Even from God, he or she does not, the sadhaka does not ask anything. One who does not ask anything from others as an object or as a situation, etc., even from God. Then what he does he want from God is only the Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam, right? He wants only God. He does not want anything other than Bhagavan, right? So, and where is this Bhagavan? This Bhagavan or the God of Paramatma is he himself, he or she himself only. So that has to be realized, right? That has to be realized. That realization is God realization or self realization. Self is nothing but Atma. Self is nothing but Atma or Paramatma, Bhagavan, etc. This is what each one of us, but that has to be realized, understood. So this realization, right, removing all the impurities of Dvaitam, the other, right, for that only he asks for God. He asks for only Bhagavan here. He does not want anything from others, anything from others also, even from God. He is Nirashi. Aparigraha already explained. Aparigraha means one who does not receive anything from others, one who does not have possessions that I and mine. Okay, so this the aparigraha is one of the qualifications that is necessary in the. We'll discuss that. After this, we'll discuss yama, niyama, etc. Right. Then yata chittatma. Yata chittatma. Keeping the buddhi or mind in Atma, not dwelling, not indulging or dwelling in thoughts, right? So, who has control over the mind and the senses? Ekaki, alone, right? In solitude. Ekaki, rahasisthitaha, right? Rahasisthitaha, staying or sitting in a very secluded place. Then Satatam, he continues to remain in that position, right? Continues to keep his mind focused during the time he does meditation. During the time he is meditating. Don't confuse that. Satatam means Satatam is in the sadhaka state. As a sadhaka, Satatam does not mean all the time, 24/7. No. Here, what means is during the time of meditation, he must be focused. His mind should be concentrated, or his mind should be dwelling only on Atma, not on the other worldly things. During the time of this meditation, Yunjita should keep the mind steady. Right? He should keep the mind steady. Okay. So, again, as we explained, Here yogi means sadhaka, who is in the path of spirituality, who wants to be a realized person, who wants to be in yoga rudha sthiti, but a sadhaka, arurukshu, right? He here from this verse, the process of meditation starts, right? The journey of meditation starts. This is for all. Okay, this is for all, whether he is in the grihastha whether he is a sannyasashrama who has taken a sannyasa like monks, etc., and also grihasthas, anyone who is in the path of spirituality. This is for all. That is, it is not that only for sannyasi this meditation is necessary. No, for all of us, right, who is in the path of spirituality. And this Eganta Dhyanam is very much mandatory. What is Eganta Dhyanam? Is by mandatory. What is this? See, as we know, we discussed in the previous verses, right? Sankalpa Tyagam is the yogam. We already explained in the previous verses. And the practice of Sankalpa Tyagam. Okay, remember this very clearly. The practice Sankalpa Tyagam is what we are doing during meditation. Sankalpa Tyagam. During the time of Dhyanam, all the thoughts, that is, all the thoughts of, what are the thoughts generally? If you think carefully, what thoughts will come? Only about things that has gone in the past, or some anxiety, regarding the future, right? And already we discussed these thoughts are generally, this will be on some objects or situations where it is going to give us some happiness or a fear of some sadness, right? So these thoughts are not important by Atma Dhyanam. What is Atma Dhyanam? Atma Dhyanam is, what is my true nature? Am I this body? So whatever has been learned, whatever has been studied in the Vedantic classes, or whatever is explained in the Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, etc., so far, so keep that thoughts, with using those thoughts or using those as tools, focus the mind on Atma, which cannot be perceived through the sense organs, which is my true nature, disconnecting the body and mind from that Satyam, right? This Dhyanam, dwelling on this Atma. And what is this Atma? You only. You only. That is Atma. That is Paramatma. See, when we say na jayate mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyah ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. This Atma na jayate. It is not never born. Na jayate mriyate. It does not have any death. It is never born, never dies. Nayam bhutva bhavitavana bhuyaha. It is not that it is formed and then it stays and then it disappears. No, it is never born. Ajo nityaha. Nityaha. Nityaha means it is ever present. It is always there. See, only when something is born in time, is it not? See, body is born in time and it will die. The body will disappear on one day. So that is comes under the time. Whereas that which is never born is beyond time. The time comes only when something is born. See, like suppose you say sun. The sun is born and the sun dies. But the time frame is billion years, 500 or 1000 billion years. Whereas a human body, approximately 100 years or 120 years or 80 years, like that. A dog's body may be 15 or 17 or 18 years. So like that, there are some flies only few hours. So like that, these bodies are born in time, whereas this is ajo nityaha, shashvatoyam puranos. So always ever present. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. When this shariram, this body, when this disappears, when this gets destroyed, when this gets rotten, hanyamane sharire ajaha. Na hanyate. It is never gets destroyed or killed. And this Atma. And where is this Atma? You are the Atma. Right? You, me, everything is Atma. So in this consciousness, in this Atma, everything arises and appears to stay for some time and disappears. See, in Taittiriya Upanishad, Bhrigu goes to his father and asks, what is this Atma? Or Brahman. It's Brahman there. Brahman, Atma, all are same only. Ask Brahma. So, what Bhagavan says, Bhrigurvaivārunihi Varunam Pitaramupasasara Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti Tasma Etat Provacha Annam Pranam Chakshushrotram Manovachamiti. Bhrigu went to his father and asks, what is this Brahman? Adihi Bhagavan. Hey Bhagavan, please tell me about this Brahman. So he says, it gives a clue, right? All that. Yatova imani bhutani jayante. All that which is you are seeing as this world, this universe, yatova imani bhutani, everything, all the plants, animals, humans, and the sun, the galaxies, everything, yatova imani bhutani jayante, where it jayante means where it is formed or where it is emerges. Yena jata nijivanti, where this stays for some time. Jivanti, lives for some time. Yat prayandyabhisambisanti, where this all that has been created or formed or appears gets dissolved, where it gets dissolved again. Yat prayandyabhisambisanti tadvijiknyasasva, you know that. Tad brahmeti, that is Brahman. Satapotapyata, satapastaptva, it goes like that. So he meditates on this. Who? Bhrigu. Bhrigu meditates on this, where all this arises, stays for some time, appears to stay for some time, and appears to disappear. See, every morning, right, when we get up from the sleep, right, this whole world arises. Where it arises? It arises starting from ahankara, right? Aham, I am this person. I am Vishwanatha Raju. I am in Bangalore, in my bed, and then everything arises. My wife, my kids, right? Then the world, right? Everything arises in me. Where it arises, where it blossoms, and when I go to sleep, all that gets dissolved. There is no thought of, there is no mind, there is no body, right? So everything gets, this world whole, everything gets dissolved. So that is Brahman, where it gets resolved. And the Brahman, the Atma, which is ever present, means all the three states appear. This Jagrat Avastha, which appears, right? In the morning when we wake up, this appears. And then when we go to sleep, the sleep also is in Atma. Sleep is another state. That is why it's called Avastha Trayam. All these three avasthas, Jagrat, that is waking state, down. This is body is there. With this body and the sense organs and the mind, etc., I experience a world. And then when in the dream state, this body is not there, but the mind produces another body. And there are so many other bodies. That's a different world, different time frame. Where it appears, it also appears in Atma. And then go to deep sleep, where there is no sense of this body, there is no sense of this mind, both get dissolved. So, what is there present? Ajnanam. That is ignorance. There, I don't know that I am in bliss. I don't know. I am not aware. Where the mind and the body is absent, I feel happy. So that happiness is experienced in deep sleep. That happiness which we experience during the time we experience that bliss, we are not aware of it. And when we wake up, again we wake up with the same vasanas which has not been flushed out. With that vasana, we wake up again. And the same vasana is the cause of the dreams also. So whatever dreams we see, in the dreams, whatever has been happening is because of the bijam only, because of the same vasanas only. As the vasanas are getting flushed out, vasanas means this ragam and dvesham, right? Likes and dislikes. That the hatreds and the attachment towards the people, objects, etc., that we have during the waking state also affects the dreams also. And the dreams will have the bijam in it, you will find a pattern. What should I call it? It's the same pattern, you will find it. And as the astanas are getting flushed out, the dreams also will have more and more sattvic. And there will be a time, even in the dream also, Aham Brahmasmi will be the true nature once it is very clear. So, this, and in deep sleep, we are not aware of this body, we are not aware of this mind also, but the ignorance is there. Right? The bijam is there. The vasana is there. Vasana is ignorance. That avidya is there. This can be flushed out only in waking state. The raga dvesham has to be flushed out. So that is why Bhagavan here says, so this is Atma. Okay, this is Atma. So this all the three states which appears in Atma. And that Atma is ever present. That is what Najayade Maryadeva. And where is this Atma? You are that Atma. Whereas in our ignorance, we forget that I am this Atma, I am this Brahman, and I wrongly identify myself as this body and mind. Right? This is the ignorance. So, this, once we know this, once we understand this, right? This is Atma Dhyanam. This is Atma Vicharam. So, this has to be the thought during our meditation. It is difficult, but not impossible. So, when the first step, aparigraha buddhi has come. Aparigraha means I don't want to get anything from others, right? And I don't want to have too much possessions in with me. Too many possessions. This also I like. I this is mine. That is mine, right? All that is aparigraha buddhi. Then the second one is nirashitvam. Not wanting anything, even from God. Not wanting anything from others, not expecting anything from others as objects or situations, etc. No name and fame. We don't want to clap, right? So, like that, not expecting anything from others, even from God, not asking for anything. If you ask, Bhagavan will not give. Definitely, Bhagavan will give. But Bhagavan, you won't get. He will not give himself. Bhagavan will not give himself or herself. He will give everything else. Along with that, there will be a dukkham also, right? Buy one get one free. So, but you won't get God. You won't get God means what? You won't realize your true nature. That is what it is. You won't get God means we will never realize the true nature, because our interests are on the objects of this world. So, without dwelling on the objects of the world, aparigrahatvam and asharahityam, these are the two important factors that will lead to keep the mind focused on Atma. These two qualities, that is aparigrahatvam and asharahityam, these two, not wanting anything and also not hoarding, not keeping the possession, this is mine, that is mine, etc. When this is reducing and reducing, we will be more dwelling on Atma. That will lead to keep the mind in Atma, right? Then solitude, you have to stay in a very secluded place. Inside the home only, you can have a puja room or something, right? A puja room where you have some deities or some idols, some Bhagavan's photos, etc. is kept, and where you light a lamp, etc. Or some place, it's called, you should sit in a place pavitram, right? In a secluded place, you should stay in solitude. Stay in solitude during the time of meditation, right? Secluded place is necessary, and this has to be practiced for a very long time, right? It has to be practiced for very long time. The very long time means not the meditation I'm talking. Meditation can be short duration, maybe half an hour or something, but for long time means maybe for many years sometimes, right? And or in our case, we have done this, we must have done it for many janmas. That is why we are in this class. Anyways, so this is how it is. So this has to be practiced for a very long time, and as we progress, right, we'll slowly experience the samadhi sukham. Samadhi sukham is that shanti, the peace of mind, the peace which is our true nature. It will reveal, will touch the calmness in us, will touch the calmness, the peace which is within us, which is not to be got from the outside atmosphere or outside calmness or that pavitrata, etc. No, that calmness you will sense from within, right? So this is not, the shanti is not to be obtained or grabbed from outside. The shanti is our true nature. The calmness or the peace of mind is our true nature. We find it. That's all within ourselves. So this is the samadhi sugam. And then slowly, then Bhagavan says on a later 8th chapter somewhere, he says, Yoga yukto bhavarjuna. You stay in this yogam at all times. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. 8th chapter, 27th verse. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. Bhagavan says that yoga sthiti at all times, right? That yoga sthiti at all time is the sahaja nirvikalpa samadhi. It is called sahaja samadhi, or it's called sahaja nirvikalpa samadhi, right? These are the terms which are used. Don't worry, it is that all times when we have the shanti, come what may, we have the peace of mind, calmness, which is our true nature, the shanti which is within us, it's our true nature, will be experienced, right? Then there are some terms which is used. Vikshepam. Vikshepam is nothing but distraction. The distractions of the mind is called vikshepam. That's some thought which is coming. Sitting for meditation, suddenly thinking of some examination or something in the office or some other thing which disturbs us, right? Which disturbs us. That is called vikshepam. So this vikshepam will be reduced tremendously. So whenever there is a vikshepam, don't worry about it. Don't worry, don't condemn it. Just bring your mind back into the Atma Vichara. Keep it focused on Atma. Again it will go. Don't worry. Again you bring it back. Right? So this is what it is there. So yeah. So this a desireless and a dispassionate mind, right? Only a desireless and a dispassionate mind can be at restful. So that is why Bhagavan said aparigrahatvam, aparigraha buddhi, and nirashitvam. Nirashitvam means this one only, desirelessness, right? Then that such a mind will be ready for meditation. So these are the main requirement for meditation. So otherwise, does that mean that we should not do meditation? No, we should do meditation. While doing meditation, see, this is mutually it will help each other. See, during meditation, the more we practice this aparigraha buddhi and this nirashitvam in our practical transactional time, this will help to do meditation, and the meditation when we do, this will help to keep our mind in aparigrahatvam and nirashitvam. These two is mutually help. It will help each other. Meditation will help in the transactional state, and during whatever we practice in the transaction state will help uh, in meditation. Okay, we'll move to the next verse. There are many points which I wanted to read, but it will go on increasing. We haven't gone to the 11th verse at all. We are still on the 10th. Yeah. We'll move to the 11th one. Okay. There is one verse in Srimad Bhagavatam which I have written down. I will read it out. Parigraho hi dukkhaya yadyat priyatamam nranam anandam sughamapnoti tadvidvan yastvakarmanaha. Possession leads to suffering. Any possessions leads to suffering because whatever one is attached to, okay, whatever one is attached to will make the mind constantly contemplate on it, contemplate about it, right? So the one who is free of all possessions experiences infinite joy and great lightness, right? Lightness. This is what the meaning of this is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Those who are interested can read Srimad Bhagavatam 11th Skandam 9th chapter. Okay, we'll move to the 11th one. It's all same only, whatever we have discussed so far, it's the same. 11th verse. Shuchau deshe pratisthapya sthiramasanamaatmanaha natyuchrida nati neecham chailajina kushottaram. Shuchau deshe pratisthapya sthiramanasamaatmanaha nyatyuchritam nati neecham chailajina kushottaram. 12th verse also will read. Tatraikagram manah krutva yata chittendriyah kriyah Upavisyasane yunjad yogamatma visuddhaye. One more time we'll read 11 and 12. Shuchau deshe pratisthapya sthiramasanamatmanaha natyuchritam nati nicham chailajina kushottaram tatraikagram manah krutva yata chittendriya kriyaha upavisyasane yunjad yogamatma visuddhaye. Shuchau deshe. Shuchau deshe means in a clean, very pure place. So pavitram, good, very clean and pavitram place. Na atyuchridam. Shuchau deshe means a clean place. Say like your puja room. Puja room is a good place, right? Or if some temple premises also okay, if it is very secluded, etc. In a clean place. Na atyuchridam. Not at a very high place. So the idea is that suppose when we sit for meditation, suppose we doze off or sleep by when you're doing meditation, you should not fall down, right? So that is why should not be at a very high. Suppose never on top of a table, etc. Right? Not on a table or on top of a almirah or something. No, it should be just not at a very high place, and na ati nicham, not at a very low place also. See, if you sit in a lower place, then there is a possible of insects or some other disturbances is possible. That is the reason why it says slightly from the floor, slightly above upper level, like a pidham or something like that. So that is why Bhagavan says that Chailajina Kushottaram, Kusha grass, that Kusha grass, that the darba is there, Kusha grass is used, and on top put a deer skin, and then on top cloth, one top of the other. The idea is that you put a rug or something, right, where it is it is not on the floor, right, on the floor where there is a possibility of some insects or something like that and disturbs you. So keep just above the floor level, little bit like that, or in a clean place. Clean place does not mean just clean, okay, but a place which is pure, like the puja room is something is very good, or you keep an idol or something in the beginning. These are all in the beginning states, okay, beginning stages, so that you feel okay, you are in a very pure place, like that. Clean place, na atyuchridam, na ati nicham. Then chailajina kushotaram, just keep a mat or something like that, you sit there, so that if it is a cold climate and all, it should be little warm, like that. Then sthiram, on a firm seat, okay, sthiram, in a firm seat. Atmanaha asanam pradisthapya, right, sitting there on the seat, preparing the seat and sitting. Pradisthapya means sit. Upavishya, sit comfortably, okay, just sit comfortably, whichever posture is comfortable to you, sit there, okay. Then yata chittendriya kriya, again the same thing, whatever the mind should be, the mind and the indriyas should be under control. Then atma visuddhaye, to purify the heart by getting rid of raga dvesham. See, it is all atma visuddhaye yogam yujyat. What is atma visuddhi? Remove the raga and dvesha. That is what is required. Removing the raga dvesham. For atma visuddhaye yogam yujyat. This should practice yogam. That is atmanubhavam. That is equanimity of the mind. So ultimately, it is all boils down to this removal of raga and dvesha. During meditation, also, what we are doing is removal of ragam and dvesham only. So sit in a place which is clean and sit comfortably. Need not be in Padmasana or need not be in Vajrasana, or sit comfortably so that your body does not give you any pain. Okay, does not give any pain. That is a very important, very, very important. If it is paining, don't force yourself to sit in that posture only. Sit comfortably. And for Atma Visuddhaye, to purify the heart, getting rid of Raga and Dvesha, Yogam Yunchyat. Okay, Sthiram, see, this Deha Shuddhi is necessary. Shuchau Deshe means you have to clean yourself, you have to take bath and all that. So if you are fever and all that, don't do that. Okay, so don't do the take shower and then get yourself more trouble. Okay, so that is not meant by here, meant this way. So Sthiramasanam, Deha Shuddhi, Sthala Shuddhi, etc. all will help. Everything will help in the beginning state. Then on a later time, this meditation will be naturally continued at all times. It is not only for this morning half an hour and the evening half an hour, etc. We will be doing this meditation at all times. So that will be on a later state. Slowly we'll come to that state of all the time meditation only. Right? So then only there will be, as we mentioned, Sahaja Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Will be in Shanti at all times. Okay, now we'll move to the next one, 13th and 14th. Samam kaya shirogrivam dharayannachalam sthiraha samprekshya nasikagram swam dishaschanavalokayan prashantatma vikadabhir brahmachari vrate sthitaha manas samyamya machitta yukta asita matparaha. One more time. Samam kaya shirogrivam dharayannachalam sthiraha samprekshya nasikagram swam dishaschanavalokayan prashantatma vigadabhir brahmachari vrate sthitaha manas samyamya machitta yukta asita matparaha. Beautiful verses. Samam kaya shirogrivam. See, the trunk, head and neck should be in straight line, straight vertical line. So when you are sitting, Sughamasana, already we explained, sit comfortably so that your trunk, your neck and your head is straight. So this is very much necessary. Otherwise, what will happen? You will have back problems also later if we don't follow this. If you don't sit upright, that also will be. And when you sit upright, that will be the load is, it like directly it's on the spine. It will be equally distributed so that there will be no pain. There will be no pain even now or later also. It won't trouble you. So that is why this posture is given. Kaya shirogrivam. Then samam achalam dharayan. Without straight, without moving. Okay, without moving. Try to be as steady as possible. Okay, as steady as possible. Not achalam. Don't try to move here and there like that. Try to be. But if there is a pain, change your posture. Okay. If you feel any pain here or there, please change your posture. Don't then like that. In Malayalam, we call muscle pitikka. You should not do that. You should not catch muscles. So change the posture. If necessary, you change the posture. That is not a problem. Samam achalan dharin sthiraha, without moving from the straight seat. Swam nasika gram samprekshya. See, with the eyes half closed, as if. This is very important. Some people will misinterpret this as looking at the nose tip. It's not looking at the nose tip. During meditation, if you concentrate and look at the nose tip, you will see only nose tip. Did you get it? If you sit and focus your eyes on the nose tip during meditation, you will be sitting, you will be seeing only your nose tip. That is not the purpose. The purpose is as if Bhagavan Shankaracharya has clearly said, Eva, as if you are looking at the nose tip. That is half closed so that you don't fall asleep. Looking as if you are at the half closed, like that. Half closed eyes. Looking as if you are looking at the nose tip. Okay. Then, so as if sampreksha. So, nasigagram sampreksha. Dishaha anavalokayancha. Don't look here and there, like that. Oh, if you keep your eyes fully closed, you will be seeing many things. And some noise comes, you will look this side, you will look that side. So here, dishaha anavalokayan. Don't turn your head here and there. All the directions and all, don't see. Dishaha anavalokayan. Okay, by the sides around, not looking here and there. Prashantatma. Yeah, beautiful words. Prashantatma. With a peace and quiet mind. Okay. So once it is decided that I am going for meditation, keep all the other jobs, other work, okay, away from the mind. Don't think that, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. Okay, immediately there is one beautiful something which I heard. One went and sat for meditation, and he started meditating on Atma. Suddenly he heard a sound of a car which is going on the road. His mind said, which car is that? Because he was he is interested in cars and all, motor guy is. So he said, oh, it's some German car. Oh, very nice German car. See, German, they are technically very highly advanced people. Their machines are all too good. And then he was thinking about the technology behind the car, and then Germany came, and then thinking of Germany, he went to Hitler. Then like that he went to the history, and then like that his mind has already wandered all over place. So like that, should not be thinking too much. Is the moment we realize that the mind is going, bring it back into Atma Vichara. So like that, our thoughts will wander anywhere it can go. So again, don't worry, just bring it back. Just slowly bring it back. So before you go for meditation, Prashant Atma, remove all your worries and other things outside, and then try your best to be Shanta. See, for this, we need to practice these two things which Bhagavan said, aparigrahatvam and nirashitvam, asharahityam. So these two are very much necessary that we should practice. Prashantatma, with a peace and quiet mind, vikata bhihi, not fearful. There should not be any fear that suddenly something is going to happen to me. Some stone or something is going to fall on my head or something like that. That also should not be there. And you should not have any worry of others also. Right? Somebody has gone into a flight. Suppose your husband or wife, she has gone to some place. She's going to catch a flight. And you are sitting for meditation. You should not worry about that. Okay, is their flight is going to get crashed, or something is going to happen in her or his office, or this and that, and then train. Many things, the worry of something will happen to others, your dear and near, etc. Something is going to happen there. That worry, that fear should not be there. And there should not be fear for something is going to happen to me also. That also should not be there. Because the bihi, without any fear, you're safe. There is nothing. That is why we are not we are sitting slightly above the floor level, so that nothing will come and bite us also, right? So stay there without fearless. Sit. Then vikada bihi brahmachari vrate sthitaha. See, brahmachari vratam. One meaning is charati, means moving, right? Charati, all the time. So moving. Where should the mind should move in Brahman only. One who is thinking of Brahman all the time is a brahmachari, right? Brahma only should be moving in Brahma thought. That is Atma Vicharam only. Brahma Vicharam. One whose mind is moving in Brahman is brahmachari. Another is brahmachari, one who is following celibacy, should not have thoughts about sex and other sensual pleasures of this and that all the time. No, that should not be there. That is brahmachari. So brahmachari pradesthidah, one who is indulging too much in those such sensual pleasures and other things, those things will come into the mind and it will trouble. That mind will be troubled by those thoughts. Here manas samyamya means keep the mind focused inwards, not thinking about the worldly objects, right? Not thinking of the objects or the things that is going to give pleasure or that has given pleasure, etc. So keep the mind focused on atma only. Do atma vicharam, right? Mat chittaha mat paraha, fixing on me and meditating on me. Mat paraha asita. You stay like that. Okay, we'll explain this in detail again one more time. Especially regarding this Machitta, Matparaha, etc. in our next class. So before that, I want to say a few things about this. These verses are actually. Can you hear? Suddenly, hello, can you hear? Somebody can reply.